Is depression real? I must say yes, depression is real. There is a such thing as depression. Is it easy to become depressed? Yeah. Does medication help? I would say yes and no. And this is coming from somebody with experience with being depressed and taking medication for being depressed. I like to say that I cured myself with the medication because I stopped taking it. I was taking Zoloft, right? This was years ago. Went to the doctor. Doctor asked you a couple of questions. There is no physical test that tells you that, okay, you have a chemical imbalance which is making you depressed. There is no, oh, they're gonna draw some blood, or oh, they're gonna run a scan. No, they just gonna ask you a couple questions, and it depends according to how you answer those questions whether they gonna deem you as depression, put you on medication. Depression medication, things like Zoloft, I wouldn't recommend it. What happened to me was, I say I cured myself, was because I was taking it for about a month, and it just had me like zombie fucking fired. I didn't care. I called it the fuck it. I didn't care. I had that fuck it in my system, right? So what happens is I stopped taking it. Just cold turkey. I stopped taking it, and it was hard because it was like going from 0 to 100, and I wanted to I'm gonna be, this is me being serious with you, right? When I stopped taking that medication, first it had me zombified, and then when I stopped taking it, I wanted to unalive myself and everybody around me. I was very irritable. But once I got through that phase, I just learned to let stuff go over my back. And my biggest problem was I was worried about things. I cared about things too much. I cared about little things too much. And what I had to understand was I had to let go of the things that I couldn't change myself. The things that I couldn't, deal with and change myself. I had to just let it go. And that's one of the best things that I've ever done. This video is about, I know we almost 3 minutes in, but this video is about how to cure yourself from depression. I'm not a doctor, okay? I'm not a doctor, but I promise you, if you listen to everything that I'm about to tell you, you're going to cure yourself from depression. And it's easy. It's very easy. We find ourselves on a day-to-day basis living life, and life will life the hell out of you, and you got to be prepared for everything that life throws at you. It's things that you're not going to be prepared for, but you just got to just deal with them. And if you can change the outcome of it, do what you can to change it. But if you can't, you got to have that relationship with God or whatever power that you serve to say, hey, universe, this is for you. Deal with this. You just got to do that. If you are depressed, if you find yourself becoming depressed, if you find yourself at a low, if you find yourself wanting to hurt yourself, you got to get out of your own head. That's really what it is. That's depression. Depression is you being inside of your own head and creating your own madness. Because the things that do come at you that you can't control, it's not your problem. It's God's problem. It's not your problem. It's nothing that you could do. Now, if it's something that you can control, then do it. But when you find yourself becoming depressed, here's the cure. Stay busy. Get a hobby. Find your purpose. That's a hobby in itself. Finding your purpose is a hobby within itself. It is something to do. Find what you like to do. Find something that you're passionate about. Because once you find yourself busy, you don't have time to be depressed. Because your mind is working. Your mind is trying to figure out what's my next move. Your mind is trying to figure out what's my next move. If you are at that level, to the point where you have something to do and something to keep your mind occupied, you don't have time to be depressed. You got to find something to do. You got the mind is the idle mind is the devil's playground. That's a 100% fact. The idle mind is truly the devil's playground. You have to find your purpose. I would say that is the greatest way to keep yourself busy, is finding your purpose. Find what you're here for. Find something that you could be passionate about, because that's what's going to keep you from being depressed. This is going to be a short video, man. This is just something that's been weighing on me, and I just feel like somebody needed to hear this, because I know it's somebody out there that's struggling with depression, because depression is real. Like I said in the beginning, depression is real 100%, but it's up to you. Don't trust a doctor to, which you can't trust a doctor. They gonna give you something. Oh, they gonna give you something, but that's not what we want to do. Medication from, blood pressure medicine, diabetes medicine, these are things that could be reversed. I'm not, if you got like type 1 diabetes or whichever one is it that you born with and you really can't help it, which you still can maintain and balance it, but that's up to you. That's up to you. So we ain't gonna get on that right now, but we talking about depression. It's really up to you, man. You don't need that medication. Let that medication go. Pray about it. But you got to find something to do. You got to stay occupied. That's the cure of your depression. The cure for depression is to stay busy. That's all I got, man. Stay busy. Stay busy. I'm going to holler at y'all.